You would have seen this when we did the panel on the last one, and Alexander gave the insight that this is probably one of the biggest, if not the biggest, LinkedIn local in the UK. So it's a pleasure to be here today. And what I want to hopefully help everyone here is gain some insights into the top trends. What's working best on LinkedIn? What can you take away from today, go back to your computers, and start to leverage LinkedIn to its full potential to hopefully achieve some more business? For those of you who don't know me, my name is Daniel Disney. I'm of no relation to Walt Disney. I have to say this at every talk I do, and we'll probably have to do this in every future talk as well. I'm a LinkedIn trainer and speaker, and as Ian very well pointed out, I run a page called The Daily Sales, which I started just over 3.5 years ago, and I did a post today, this exact day last year. I was at 200,000 followers, which was amazing, and today just gone past 445,000 followers, so huge growth, and I'll give you some insights into how that's happened. So just some of the numbers, 445,000 followers on my LinkedIn company page, 53,000 on my personal page, growing by about 10,000 new followers every single month. And again, everything I'm going to share with you today will give you an insight into how you can hopefully achieve more from LinkedIn, and lots of other wonderful statistics around content that I've created, views, and also, more important to me especially, is revenue generated, because social media can be a fluffy thing, and I'm not here to tell you how to get lots of likes and followers. My passion is to help businesses and salespeople sell more, because that's ultimately what's most important. So let's dig into top trends. Number one, hashtags. Hands up who uses hashtags on LinkedIn at the moment. Good. Hands up if you think you know what you're doing with hashtags. Okay. Hashtags are a funny old thing. They got introduced in LinkedIn about 1.5 years ago, and I'll give you one big insight. They don't have a massive impact on the success of your content. So putting in loads of hashtags isn't going to suddenly get you loads of likes, yet. Chances are it will increase over time as LinkedIn's algorithm pushes it more. What it is very good for is to help people find your content. So your prospects, your customers, your network will be searching for the keywords, the topics that you hopefully sell and provide, and by hashtagging those in your content, it will mean it will show up. So hashtags work really well. Top tips: find the top hashtags for your industry, the ones that are most popular. Keep them on a list and use those. I would say 2 to 3 hashtags per post. Don't over hashtag. It can have a negative effect. And also try and create your own hashtag. Be creative. While some of the more common industry relevant hashtags are going to be great, create your own one. If you can come up with a strong individual hashtag that you use repeatedly, you will start to get other people using it, and it becomes something of a brand identity. Number 2, LinkedIn videos. Again, quick hands up. Who's recorded and shared a LinkedIn video? Not too many hands. I'm not surprised. When I started doing video about 2 years ago, oh god, it was the worst thing ever. There was nothing I hated more than standing with my phone in front of me, sat in my car, talking to myself in essence. It's a bizarre thing. But they're performing really well. They're great forms of content. And the way I like to look at it is, in business, usually you communicate via phone and email. On the phone, they can hear your voice. Via email, they get to know you a bit better. But through video, they get to see you. They get to see your passion, your energy, your knowledge. And that's a powerful thing in business. It's the next best thing to face-to-face business. So videos are an amazing tool. My top tips: keep them to 2 to 3 minutes long. Short and sweet, to the point, value-packed. Try and add subtitles. This took me so long to find a decent way to do this. And I'm sure as time goes on, there will be easier ways. I use a platform called subtitle.com. I think it's pretty cheap for what it is, and you just upload the video and they add the subtitles to it. It makes a big difference because a lot of people on LinkedIn can't listen to the audio of the video because they're in an office, a loud office. So the amount of people I get when I share videos messaging me saying, in the past, can you please add subtitles? It makes a huge difference on how many people can actually watch it and process it. And more importantly, show energy, show passion. And another extra tip I'm going to add to this is make sure you check your environment. I saw a salesperson late last year post a video, and it was a great thing, great. I encourage people to post videos. But he was stood in his office right next to the most dingiest wall with a dirty window. He had a coffee stain on his shirt. It was just the worst type of setting for a video. So, you're going to be visible to your customers. Make sure you've got the right environment. Number 3, sorry, this is really widescreen, so I'm going to always be blocking some form of this. I'll block the book. Long-form story posts. So when you share an update on LinkedIn, there are many different ways you can do this. A lot of people tend to do short ones, which might be a couple of sentences, maybe a paragraph. What has been performing well, probably for the last year and a half, and still performing really strongly, are the long-form posts. You get a 1,300 character limit, and these are the posts that use all of that, if not, as close to that as possible. And they're a great opportunity for you to tell a story. I did one earlier this week. I shared a story that my son actually came back and told me about something that happened to him at school. I won't share with you the whole story, but do go back and check. It was a very heartwarming story. But it filled up the character limit, and it did very well. I think around 256 likes, thousands of views. It's been a very strong performing post. So long-form posts can work really well. It could be value-packed. It could be top 5 tips. I could probably turn this into a long-form post. Just provides a lot of value, and that's the key. Throughout all of this, all of today's points, the key is value. You want to give value. When you're sharing, when you're using LinkedIn, do it to give. Don't just promote your products. Don't just try and sell something. This is no different to coming in here. You don't walk up to everyone at LinkedIn Local and try and sell something. You talk to them. You share knowledge, you share experience. And LinkedIn digitally is exactly the same. Have clear spacing. So some of you may have noticed this on any form of content. You'll see this in my profile, anything I write. You'll have clear spaces between paragraphs and sentences. And it makes a big difference because people are scrolling. And having those gaps makes it a lot easier to read, and again increases the engagement. And make them as engaging, as valuable as possible. Number 4, tagging. So you can tag people into your posts. Again, this is a great way to gain extra visibility and also encourage interaction. I don't have the exact numbers with me, but what I'll do is I'll try and find them and get Ian to share them out on the page. But there's a process LinkedIn follows with its algorithm as to whether your content will get viewed by the mass. And it goes through a process of how many people engage with it, and I think it's around the first 10 to 15 minutes. If you can get some good numbers in those first 10 to 15 minutes, LinkedIn will continue to push it out further. If you don't, it will restrict it. So sometimes when you're not getting good numbers, it's because it's not gained that nice immediate reaction. By tagging people in, you're starting to encourage people, get them to be notified that there's a piece of content with them in it. Some of the key things: tag no more than 3 to 4 people. I see a lot of people kind of try and manipulate this, and they'll tag about 20, 30 people. And again, it has the opposite effect. Make sure there's a reason for it. So if you're going to tag someone, don't do it blindly. Don't just tag someone who doesn't know you very well or has no idea you're going to tag them in something. Make sure it's relevant and there's a reason for it. And don't tag the same people over and over. Keep it fresh. So again, tonight's a great opportunity. Hopefully you would have all started taking some photos or talking to people. Maybe after we've done all of these sessions, do that and then tag the people in that you've talked to. Take a picture with them, take a picture of the event, tag the people that you met. That's the sort of content people like to see. Tip number 5 is LinkedIn articles or blogs. Now this is a really funny one because a lot of people think videos are the big thing to do and that's all you should do. And it's really not true. I would argue from experience, LinkedIn articles are probably the best form of content you can use on LinkedIn right now. And they've been like that since I started using it about 5-6 years ago. Obviously it takes a bit more time to write a blog compared to recording a video or writing a post, but because you're putting in so much more value, you're able to ask for so much more back. So one of the top tips I've got on here is add a strong CTA, a call to action at the end. So when you write a blog, let's say you write a blog like this, or based on this, top trends for LinkedIn 2019, I literally put this into a blog, you get to the end, then you get to do an about the author section and talk about yourself, and you can talk about your business. Maybe add a promotion in there. It's justified because you've given so much value, more value than you'll ever give in a 2 to 3 minute video or even a short story in a long form post. So LinkedIn articles are a very good opportunity. In experience, they will gain you more followers, they will help you reach more people, and they will gain you more business opportunities than any other form of content. So I would highly recommend starting to consume more and maybe practice writing a few. If you can, try and share a blog at least once to twice a month. It doesn't have to be every day, but it should be every day. I would suggest no more than once or twice a week maximum, but once or twice a month would be a really good place to start. Again, make sure it's valuable. Think about your customers and your prospects. What's going to benefit them? What's going to interest them? What subjects and topics are valuable to them? and make sure you've got that strong call to action at the end. Again, if you want to go to my profile and look at the blogs I write, it's pretty much the same structure. So have a look at that, and hopefully it will help inspire you when you write yours. Tip number 6, LinkedIn mobile. I love this statistic, it's amazing, and actually I kind of realised how much I use LinkedIn on my phone compared to by my computer or laptop. 91% of social media users access it via their mobiles. And this can be quite an eye-opening thing when actually a lot of the stuff and content we create tends to be optimised for computers. So really have the fact that it's going to be viewed on a mobile in mind when you create content. And again, a great way to do that is use your mobile to create content. So it's built perfectly for mobile. And make sure when you do create it, it's mobile friendly. A lot of the stuff, if you write a blog on LinkedIn, it's going to be mobile friendly. But just be very aware of that. Number 7, LinkedIn selfies. I love this because selfies have a real love-hate, Marmite type reputation out there. And I love selfies personally. I didn't used to, by the way. I wasn't sort of selfie-obsessed kid. But they're a great way to take photos with people. And the whole reason people love LinkedIn is because it connects people. And they want to see insights into your world. They want to see what you're doing. So take photos, again, tonight, take photos with people. I've already taken a couple of selfies with people that I know and have connections with. And we will share those on LinkedIn, we'll tag each other in, write posts. Again, for those of you that do follow me, you'll see I do this a lot when I'm meeting people or speaking, whatever it may be. These photos show people what I'm doing. And that helps me pass that message along. So when they're ready to buy, they know what I do, they get to see what I do, they get to know me. And the photos bring that to life. It's not just writing. It's not just videos, it's an extra layer. So a few top tips: take selfies in the office with staff. I love this sort of opportunity businesses have to open the doors. LinkedIn is an opportunity for you to open the doors and show people your business. Or as a salesperson, the way I like to put it is, show people you're not just another salesperson trying to sell something, but you're a real person who wants to help people, which I'm sure is true for everyone here. But the problem is when we're busy working in business, we tend to get so focused on selling. Take them at events like this, and take them with customers. Again, make sure it's relevant and it's right for them and they're happy with it, but show people that you're out there working, because again, it's like a mini referral or a mini recommendation. The last one, LinkedIn Live. So again, we mentioned this a bit on the panel session. I'm sure some of you would have seen a lot more LinkedIn Lives going out. Won't be too long, I reckon another month or two before it's rolled out to everybody. But I think it's going to be a massive opportunity on LinkedIn. And again, it's a great opportunity where you could use it to provide live question and answer sessions to your industry, to your audience, to your prospects, to your customers. Stream communications, news, updates, and share knowledge and value. I'm sure a lot of you will see the way companies and people are using it at the moment tends to be to just provide value. It's no difference to me. I could essentially deliver this presentation via LinkedIn Live. But I give people the opportunity to then join in with it. Ask questions, interact. And again, video is one thing. Live video, that's the truest form of video. They get to see you there and then. So a very, very powerful thing. Right, I wanted to keep this brief because we're going to do some questions and answers. I want to try and help answer as many questions as I can. But I also want to give you a gift as a thank you for listening to me today. So I wrote this ebook last year. It's got 100 social selling LinkedIn tips in it. All you need to do is just give me your business card, or if we're connected, pop me a message and I will send you a copy, and hopefully it will help you start to use LinkedIn a bit more effectively. But with that being said, that's my bit done, and I will let Ian start throwing the microphone around so we can start having some questions. But there are my contact details. If we're not already connected, hopefully we can do so when Carl does his bit in a minute. But thank you.